Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tonight it's Ktor Kotlin and how to look at metrics. If you're a Java developer, do not go away yet. You can actually learn something. Kotlin is a lot of fun and it's very cool. It's very useful, especially Ktor. If you're used to Spring Boot, then Ktor is just the thing for you. I almost promise, no guarantees, but I almost promise that you will think it's a lot of fun to code Ktor if you have playing around with Spring Boot and Java. So, but this is Kotlin and Ktor, and I created this new project by pressing File, New Projects. And tonight we are digging into the metrics. So I ticked off metrics and I chose routing, and I chose JSON content negotiation. And then I press next, finish. So you can see if you're a Java developer, it's almost the same as if we were pressing Spring Initializer, and then we were continuing with that wizard instead. This, it looks almost the same. So do not be afraid of the wizard for Ktor, and do not be afraid when you see code like this. This is just a trailing lambda, so this means that it's actually just a function that we are calling. And then because the last argument that for the function is a lambda, then we are actually allowed to place that last function outside the round brackets here. Isn't that cool? I know it's not the Java way, but it's very cool. It looks cool, right? So what we're going to look at now is I want to add the feature drop wizard metrics. The way Ktor works is that we install features to begin with, like the content negotiation. This maps our objects into JSON and JSON into objects. When I say objects, then I actually mean classes. It's just classes, right? So this is object mapper, probably know. And right now we're using JSON. We could also have chosen JSON, because it doesn't matter. We're actually not going to map any objects, right? But we have another feature right here, which is the drop wizard metrics, and we're going to use that a lot. So the SLF4J, this will print out all the metrics regarding the application to the log every 12th second. And this is useful if we have performance issues regarding the application, of course. So if you have any performance issues there, then we can actually print out of threads, the memory consumed, how many times each endpoint has been used, and delay there is response to be given, and how long how long are we treating each endpoint. We can print that out to the log like right there, and that is very useful if we have a production system where we can't access the server directly. Maybe it's just running inside some container, but then we can actually print it out in the log, and the log is usually collected into a common log system. That's how most companies log. They have a giant place where all the log ends up, and then we can actually search the performance metrics inside the logs. So that is very cool, and that is out of the box included into the feature. Then we have the JMX reporter. This is a little bit more advanced, and I had to add another dependency. I had to add this dependency right here. I don't think that the Ktor documentation was that explicit regarding this dependency right here, but nevertheless, after you add that, then you get access to the JMX reporter. And right now, the current version is 4.0.0, so that is fine. 4.0.0. Yeah, and then you start up the reporter like that. So that means right now we have two reporters. Every 12 seconds, we will get a lot of spam in the log regarding all the metrics, and then same time we can use JConsole to actually traverse through. But let us create some endpoint. Right now we have the root endpoint right there. Then we create a new endpoint, and this could be spaceship destination. So where should the spaceship go? It should of course go to Mars. That is the next destination, or moon or Mars. Moon, and then it's like this, right? So that is the destination. Very popular destinations, right, these times. So that's actually it, and we do not want to play around with object mapping, so let us just delete this to keep it a bit simple. Let us start the application and see what happens. It started up without any problems. Let us wait 12 seconds. So I will just try to keep this running for 12 seconds, and then let us see what happens. Then we get some spam in the log. Yeah, there we got all the spam in the log. We got some threads waiting count, and yeah, a lot of information right there. Very, very interesting. let us try to give it some numbers to look at. So we will create some curl scripts. I'll go here and say new directory, scripts like this. Let us create some new curl scripts. Curl root.sh, curl http, localhost 8080. Actually, I don't need http. It will actually figure that one out itself. So that is one. Let us call that twice. Run the file. That was once. Hello world. Yes. Twice. So now we call it the root twice. Then let us call it spaceship destination endpoint also, so we get some more. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Oh, that was. And then we have the space destination. I was too late to write space. Space. I have to write here. Destination like that. Let us run that 4 times, or maybe 4 to 5 times. Let us run it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see here we get the output from the curl right there, Moon and Mars. Now let us try to start up JConsole, because that is how we can access the JMX numbers. See, we have the application running right there. Connect. Some example. KT. Insecure connection. Yes, we know what we're doing, so it's okay. This situation right here. The last tab, the mbeans, that is where we can see all the metrics. You can see now there's a metrics point right here. Click that, and now we have all the endpoints right here. This is very interesting, right? How many times did we get 200 returned from the spaceship destination endpoint? It should be 5, and yes, it is 5. That is so cool. So that worked. Let us try with the root right there. Again, we only called the root endpoint twice, so now it's 2. That is very, very cool. Let us try to just for fun. Then we'll go and call it once again. Go to the root endpoint. Call it once again. So now it should be 3 times. Was a bit. Now it's 3 times. This is so cool, especially if you are, if you have some performance problems with the application, then this is awesome. Also, of course, we have the number of threads should of course be constant, because we're using coroutines. That means we are not spinning up a new thread for every request response like we are in some web application systems, but not in Ktor. Then we have coroutines instead. So we have 1 thread usually for dealing, for handling a lot of the things. I think there is actually, all in all, there's actually like 34 threads running. Last time I looked, but it's threads count. Let me just check right here. Attributes. 34 threads. So that means that it should just be constant. It should not go up, at least. That is what. That's what we want to see. We wanted to see that is constant. We can also see deadlocks. Oh yeah, there. So there's a lot of cool numbers. But if you see that the performance, you have performance issues with your Ktor application, then go use the metrics. It should actually present the problem quite fast. That's actually it. I will upload and I will push the code as usual. So I will create a new repository with code after done with this video. Thank you so much for listening. I hope to see you again very soon. Have a great evening. Bye bye.